get started. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen so we get started ASAP. Let's screen. So as soon as you can see my screen, drop some excitement in the chat box. Drop some excitement. As soon as you can see my screen. So if you can see my screen, drop some excitement in the chat box. Sorry for that, I got logged out. So I'm back in. So 72 amazing superstars. So let's get started ASAP. Let's get started ASAP. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. So if you can see I'm believing you all can see my screen. So I'll be going to the MetaTrader 4 apps. So I'll be using my demo account for this. So I'll be using my demo account for this. So if you can hear me and you can see me, kindly indicate in the chat box, drop some ones. If you can see me, if you can hear me, and you can see my screen, please guys indicate. You can't hear me. Ha, who are those that can't hear me? Okay. Who are those that can't hear me? So if you can hear me and you can see my screen. So guys, as you can see on that, as I showed earlier, XAU USD, but some of you don't have accounts on your MetaTrader 4. So I'll be showing you guys how to sign up or get registered on MetaTrader 4. So you would want to sign up to a broker. So I use TDFX and Deriv. But for now, we'll be practicing with our demo account. So guys, let's get started. Sorry for the delay, guys. I trade on my second phone. Okay, so this is XAUSD bearish idea. Like I said earlier, for those who weren't on this call, like I said, this XAUSD is a bearish idea. The other type is a bearish idea. It was sent by Trade the Way. So, this trade was analyzed on a 15-minute time frame. So your zone of action is your entry price. These are the prices whereby you enter this trade. I'll be showing you guys on the MetaTrader 4. Your invalidation price is your stop loss. Your exit 1 is your take profit 1. Your exit 2 is your take profit 2. Your exit 3 is your take profit 3, if any. So the lot size, I'll show you guys how to use all this, is 0.01 per every $100. So for your risk management here, we use 0.01 for every $100. For every $100 you have in your account, you use the 0.01 lot size for each entry you're about to take. So if you notice, they say notes and comment, bearish idea, the entry point 1860 to 1859. So 20 pips invalidation zone, that's your SL. Your SL should be 20 pips away. Your TP1 is 20 pips also away. So, and several others. So here is a graphical representation of the analysis that was sent earlier. So I'll be highlighting on the screen where the entry points are. So on your MetaTrader 4 apps, I'll be showing you guys how to place this trade on your MetaTrader 4 apps. So let's get started ASAP. Let's get started ASAP. So XAU XAU, that's gold. For those who don't know about it, that's gold. That's gold. That's gold. So the chart. So this trade has already, it was sent by 9 o'clock, so it must have most likely moved. So like they said, the entry point should be from 159 to 160. So let's navigate 159 here. 159. So 159 should be from this zone, 159 to 160. As you can see here, price had come to this zone. Price had come to this zone and it has already. So this signal, this trade idea was a perfect one, and the market sold to this point. So how do you place this trade if this was sent to the Iron Blaze group, to the Iron Blaze app? So you come to this place. Let me put my pointer so you can see these things. Spotlight. So if you can see this, so you come to this sign, this where you see this plus sign, not this, but rather this at the top right corner of the MetaTrader 4 app. So you click on it. So there's what they are what they call pending orders. They are what they call pending orders. So these pending orders range from buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, buy stop limit, sell stop limit. So what are these pending orders for? So they are for trades whereby you know that price hasn't come to that zone. You know that price hasn't gotten to that zone, but you anticipate that when price gets to that zone, if the trade triggers, even while you are there or not, even while you're there or not. So that's what pending order is for. This will be for another day. If I go deeply into this, some people will definitely tell me they don't understand. I know I'll get, but everyone listening on this call should try as much as possible to read on pending orders. It's not complicated. It's very, very, very easy. It's very, 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 very easy. So but I'll explain a little on how to use these things. So let's say, for example, this market was a sell idea. GBP, XAU USD was a sell idea. Was a sell idea. So let's assume price hasn't come to that zone. So it was believed that we should sell. So we should use a sell limit for that. Since price hasn't come to that zone, and the idea went like this. So sell limits work like this. When the market, let me explain sell limits and sell stop. So for a sell limit, it is believed that, okay, since the price we expect the trade to trigger is around this zone, and market or the current price is still here, we believe that when the price comes to this zone, it should sell. So this is a sell limit. So we believe that when the market is buying, and it gets to a certain zone, we should expect a sell at that zone. So when the market moves up and comes down, like it is that, like as directed in this arrow, this is when we use sell limits. So I'm assuming that we aren't active, or we saw this trade idea, and we obviously know that this trade, this trade or this price hasn't got into this zone. So we can use a sell limit. So we can put a sell limit at this zone, at the 1859 zone. So anticipating that price, when it gets to this zone, it sells. I don't know if anybody understands that. If you understand it, drop some ones in the chat box. Let me know those who understand what I just said now. If you want me to come back, to explain these things, it kindly indicate. But if you understand all that I said, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box. Please come again. Please come again. Please come again. Oh, okay. I'll explain again. So for a sell limit, it is believed that it is used. How do you use the sell limit? So the current movement of price is buying, like it is indicated here. So the current movement of price is actually buying here. But we believe that when market gets to a certain point ahead of price, like here, this place is ahead of the current price that was here. Market was buying, and we believe that market was going ahead to a certain price above price, which is this zone. So we can set a sell limit at this zone. So when price gets here, it triggers, the trade automatically triggers. And once it goes, like as analyzed, once it sells, so it's like this trade will trigger either way, whether you are on your MetaTrader 4 app or not. I don't know if you guys understand what I just said, but let me explain again. Let me come over. So this, as you can see clearly here, this market was buying at this zone. It was buying from here, and it bought, and the current price, as at when this trade was sent, it was here. So it was believed that if price goes to the 1859 zone, let me come to a place where you guys can see the price. It was believed that if the price comes to an 1859 to 1860 zone, there should be a sell. So if you aren't on the trade, or you don't want to monitor the trade, you can set a sell limit at this point, such that once price gets to this zone, it triggers. Once it triggers and the market goes in your favor, automatically you are in profit, with or without you on the trade. So these are one of the benefits of the metaphor scalps that was introduced in TBX. You don't always have to be on the charts. Once an idea has been sent, you can set your sell limit, use your pending order. So this is just for a sell limit. So what is a sell stop? Oh my God. I know definitely some of you will understand this. But you guys should actually watch your videos. These things are explained there. Your videos, if you go through your videos, some of these things are explained there. I shouldn't still be saying all these things. So let's use this second idea, Usdchf, to explain a buy stop. I don't know if you got me what I said earlier. Drop some excitement in the chat box. If you understood what I said about a sell stop, drop some excitement in the chat box. So I really understand what I was saying. Wow, yeah. Drop some excitement in the chat box. Drop some excitement in the chat box. Okay. So some of you understand what I was saying. I should come again. Please go through your videos. All these things are explained there. All these things are explained there. They are very simple. Very, very, very simple. They aren't complicated at all. If you understood what I said, how about we finish the input of the selling? Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Same here. That's a good idea. So let's try what Simbiat said. So for gold USD, that's AU XAU USD. So let's try, let's place this trade as a sell limit. So the zone of action, that's our entry price, is a 159 to 160 area, and our invalidation point, which is our SL, is a 1862 area, and exit one and exit two. So like this, how your TP1 and TP2 works. It actually needs you to enter the trade twice, but it's advisable, please. Oh, if your account size no choke, don't enter. Oh, don't enter it twice, please. Please don't enter twice. If your account size is not strong enough, all of you trading with $20, don't even near gold. Don't near there at all. It's not for children. Please. Even the, like, if to trade gold, at least you should have $100 and above, and manage your risk. Please manage your risk. I don't trade gold personally. It's very, very volatile. I don't trade gold personally. I didn't trade that idea. It's very, very volatile. So please kindly take note. If your account size isn't so choked up, please don't trade gold. Just ignore gold ideas. XA, you've gone away. Please. If you want to trade gold, please manage your risk and at least trade with $100 account size. So as a sell limit, as explained here. So lot size. So here is, let me highlight your lot size point. So this is where your lot size is. This is your spot for lot size. So you can increase it here and reduce it here. But as indicated in the trade idea, say for every $100, use a 0.01 lot size. So let's imagine we are using a $100 account. So we'll be using a 0.01 lot size. So you can adjust this. You can adjust this. You can adjust this. Let's do that 0.1. So there you can change this by typing whatever. So, but for now we're using a 0.1. So the price, our entry point is 1859. So let's set an 1859 zone. So our SL was 1862, or an 1862 zone. So our TP1 was 1857. Our TP1 was an 1857 zone. 1857 zone. So if you place this, so the trade has been automatically placed. So how do you watch this? So if you notice, so since price has already moved beyond this place, so we shouldn't be expecting anything much from this. But since price has, this trade idea was sent since 9. Wait, sorry guys, I made a mistake. Let me share my screen again. So if you can see my screen, kindly indicate. Sorry, that was a mistake. So let's get back at it. So guys, yes, this trade has already moved. It has moved so much. This trade has moved so much. So this is our entry zone, and this is the TP. So if price, as you can see, price is currently here. So if price was ever to get to this zone, automatically the sell limit activates. So if price was ever to get to this zone, we should be anticipate. The trade idea was supposed to anticipate is a sell. A sell. So that's when sell limit is used. So we expect that, okay, when price gets to this place, we should be expecting a sell. I don't know if anyone got that. I don't know if anyone got that. If, as we know, price is currently down. So if price buys up to this zone, we believe, or as now the trade might be invalid, but as at when the trade idea was dropped, it was believed that if price ever got to this zone, we should anticipate a sell. Should anticipate a sell. And if it hits our TP, so this will trigger whether we are in MetaTrader 4 or not. So this will trigger whether we are in MetaTrader 4 or not. I don't know if any of you understood what I said, but if you understood what I said, kindly drop some excitement in the chat box. Kindly drop. Can we trade with less than? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can. You can. You can. Yes, this is so different from IQ Send, but it's actually easier. It's easier to trade. It's very, very easy to trade here. It's very, very easy. You can use a $50 account. You can trade it as low as $20, but avoid some pairs like gold. Don't go close to gold. Yes, this is way easier, honestly. It's way easier. You can trade. You don't have to always look at the charts. You can set your limit or your pending orders and be out. You can set your pending orders and be out. So you don't always have to watch the chart. So once the trade idea is sent on the IM Blaze app, you can set your orders and be out. So guys, this isn't supposed to take so long. I don't know if any of you got that. If you got that, send some I got it on chat box. Send some I got it on chat box. Send some I got it on chat box. I'll be answering some questions when we get towards the end of this session. Towards the end of this session. So guys, let's take another setup. So let's take USDCHF. USDCHF. So the other type of USDCHF was bullish. It was bullish. So it was sent by Alice. I don't really know how to pronounce this. This is Spanish or whatever. So this trade was analyzed on a 15 minutes time frame. So the zone of action, like I said earlier, your price of entry is a 0.5975719 to 0.5671. That's your entry. This should be your entry zone. So your invalidation level, which is your stop loss, is a 0.95430. That's your stop loss, your invalidation level, also known as stop loss. Your exit one, which is also your TP, your take profit one, 0.95913, and your exit to 0.96172, and exit three, if there's any take profit three, if there's any, so that's what your like lots are like, and so your lots are 0.01 for every $100. So let's go to chart photos to see a pictorial view of this analysis. So as you can see here, yes, this is a buy limit. Let me explain to you guys how this works too. So for those who didn't get the sell limit, this is a buy limit. This is an example of a point where we use a buy limit. Let me put my pointer so you all can see this. Chill. So as you can see here, price is around this zone. So it was anticipated that if price ever came down, if price sold to this point of entry, we should anticipate a buy. A buy if price ever got to this zone. So if we see this type of analysis sent to the chart, we can just set a buy limit for this zone, this area. We can, and set our stop loss and set our take profit and just go out and let it execute and play out as the market wants it to play out. So that's just how, this is how the buy limit works. So you impute your stop loss and impute your take profit. I don't know if any of you got that. If you got that, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box. I want energy. I want energy. I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll show you guys how to do that. If you got that, drop some ones in the chat box. So Jessica got that, Victory got that, Janet got that, Hamid got that. Selena got that. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's very, very easy. Seems better than IQ sense. It's up to you. It's up to you to choose what you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. Oh, network took you out. Oh, sorry. This session is recorded, so you can go back and watch it. Are you telling me out of how many people? Over 78 superstars on this call. Just a very few of us understand this. Guys, if you understand this, indicate so I know people I'm reaching out to. The time frame, does it mean the time frame, does it mean the time frame we monitor the amount of the person? I don't get this question. Can I transfer my money from IQ Center? Well, yes, you can. You can, but you would have to go through a little bit of processes. You have to register with a broker. I personally use TinyFX, yeah, as my broker. I personally use Tiny. So if you actually need a broker to register with, I can give you the link to one. I can give you the link to one. I can even send it to the group chat, to the chat box. So those of you who don't have brokers can sign up and get. Mind you, this is my personal broker. It is a no affiliation to IM. This is the personal broker I use. So you are still confused. This is my personal broker. So it's a no affiliation to IM in any ways. So due to the sell or buy stop limits, we don't have to worry about the time frame given. We can say something like that. There is what is called there's a concept in forex. I don't really know how to, but I can explain it. I've forgotten like the concept, what it's actually called. But it is believed that whatever is happening on the lower time frame is also the same thing happening on the higher time frame. So whatever time frame you check it, it's the same thing that's actually happening. So whether you set your time frame, your limits or your stops at any point, whether you set your buy limits or your buy stops or your sell limit or your sell stop at any point, it is the same thing on you guys should watch your videos. Watch your videos. That's why they are there. I don't expect these questions if you have watched your videos. All these things are in the videos. All these things are in the videos. All these little concepts that explains these things. All these little concepts that explain these things. If I see there are multiple take profits, how does it work? Okay, yes, like I said earlier, for you to have several take profits, it means that okay, you must have entered the trade more than once. So if you see a TP1 and a TP2, if you see a TP1 and a TP2, it means that you should enter the trade twice. But please, if your account size no choke, let me use pigeon so you guys get to understand. If you no choke, please don't enter. You can't be having a $20 account size or 50 cents and be entering your trade twice. Please manage your risk, guys. This is forex. It's nobody's father's business. It's not for your family member. The people who control this market, you are just here to eat a very, very, very tiny percent of the 7.7 trillion that moves through this market every single day. So you are supposed to respect it. Yes, after God, fear the chart. So a lot of things happen here. After God, fear the chart. I'm talking from experience, and those who trade should know this. So please manage your risk, guys. So it's not for you. So please manage your risk. Try as much as possible to enter your trade just once, and it's advisable. So okay, yeah, let me tell you guys what I do. So for this setup that was sent here, so I don't always use the TP1. What entry do I use, or where do I set my take profit? I set my take profit at points in between the take profit 1 to take profit 2 with just one entry. I don't know if you get that. That's the little strategy I use. Just in case price doesn't get to take profit 2, because it's not every time price gets to that place. At some point in time, when price goes above the take profit 1, it starts to fluctuate and starts to like retest and rebound. So for some of us who don't have patience, because the market is all about patience. So for some of us who don't have patience, it's advisable, okay, you put or you take your profit or you set to take profit right above or above the TP1. So you can set in between exit 1 to exit 2. So that's how I set my take profits. But for those who are patient, you can set your one entry take profit to just the TP2, but you'd have to be patient for price to get to that zone. So these are the little things I do that you can all replicate on your end. So for those who, so I don't know, did you understand? Did you get the concept of all I said about buy stops, about buy limits? I didn't explain buy stop. Buy stop is the reverse of all I said. So I'll be showing you guys how buy stop works. So we said the amount of time taken to close the trade. It's rather the time taken for the candle. Okay. If there are multiple take profit, okay, I've answered that. It's not the time. Okay, this person is answering. Sorry, you talked about registering your broker first. How does that work? Oh, yeah. Ha, on. How does that work? This is going to be okay. So, guys, like I said earlier, I'm not really sure if I can go deeply into that, but I'll be sending you guys the link. You can DM me privately from the group chats for the links to the group chat, for the link to my broker. You can send me a DM on WhatsApp at kvng. So you can send me a link directly to my WhatsApp if you need the broker I use. I really can't explain how to register with a broker now, but I'll be showing you just how to use the IMBlaze app. Maybe like Coach Emma said, we'll be doing that on Thursday. I'll be explaining how to register a broker or with a broker on Thursday. But for now, I'll just show you guys how to navigate the IMBlaze app. So I don't know, did any of you get what I said about the buy limit? So I'll be explaining to you how buy stop works. I'll be explaining to you how buy stop and sell stop works. So like I said earlier, like I said earlier about the buy limit. So it was expected that when price, about sell limit, it is expected that when price buys to a certain point, like now, as price is here, the sell limit will activate when price buys to a certain point here and comes down. So how does the buy stop work? So let's imagine the market there was an idea sent on GBP USD on the group chat. I can't navigate that here. But there was an idea sent today on the group chat. What I needed to set was a buy stop on GBP USD. So GBP USD has been selling throughout today. Let's go to GBP USD. Let's go to GBP USD, guys. So yeah, so price was selling. Yeah, price was at this zone when the idea was sent. Price was at this zone, but they said that if price got to this zone, we should go for a sell. So let me use like very, very simple English that you guys will understand for a sell stop. So if a sell market sells to a certain point, maybe breaks a zone or it breaks a support, of which that support is your entry, the trade is likely to trigger. So let's say this is a sell market that was selling at this point. So if you set a sell stop at this area, once the price gets to this zone, it is expected to continue. The trade triggers. So if you continue selling, we are in profit. So it's just the opposite of a sell stop. Sell stop, the trader has to be buying. If it gets to a certain point in price, a certain point of which is our entry zone, we should anticipate a sell. But this time around, if you trade for a sell stop, it's already selling, like it is selling here, but the entry was set to be around somewhere here. The entry was set to be around somewhere here. So if that entry was triggered, and like now, it was actually triggered, I was in mad profits today. So it triggered and it came down to my TP, of which it triggered and it closed. Like, yeah, it closed. So at this point, so I was in profit. So I don't know if anyone of you got what I said. If you got what I said, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box. Guys, I want us to end this. Like, this shouldn't take so much time. I would love us to end this very soon. So please, I would really love a very, very good response from you all. If you understood what I said, drop some ones in the chat box. What pair is this? If you understood what I said, drop some ones in the chat box. I was using GBP USD, for example, for a sell stop. I was using GBP USD as an example for a sell stop. And I said that there was a trade idea sent to the Game Shakers signals group, of which I needed to use a sell stop. I needed to use a sell stop to act or trigger that trade, or for that trade to, like I explained here, I would come over again. So sell stop is used when a market is already selling, and we believe maybe if this market breaks below a support, or which is most likely our entry, and it continues selling, like okay, so let me draw these zones. Yeah, let me stop talking now. Rather draw zones. So of which price? Okay, so I'm coming, guys. So guys, so let me draw another zone. This, I feel this will be better for you to understand. Yes. So guys, as you can see, this was a previous floor, which is your support, and this was a previous ceiling. So when this trade idea was dropped, price was at this zone. So it was said that if price ever got to this place, we should sell. So if price ever got to this zone, we should sell. So I set my sell limit at this place. A sell stop at this point. So when price broke below that point, and my stop loss being above here, so my TP was somewhere here. So when price triggered at this point, let me show more graphical representation so you guys understand this better. So my stop loss was here, my entry was somewhere here, somewhere around this zone, and my take profits somewhere here. So I don't know, with this, you guys should understand what I'm saying. So it is believed that once price, let me show you. So it is believed that once price gets to, let me use a outline. So if you can see what I'm doing, can you guys see what I'm doing? So the sell limit, say price sold to this zone. So if you can't wait or continue watching the charts till price gets to that zone to actually sell, you can place a sell limit by this around this zone. So that when price gets to that place, your trade triggers or activates. So like now, when price actually got here, it sold. The market sold. The market sold to this point. So this trade idea was an awesome one. This trade idea was an awesome one. So this is an explanation of a sell stop, of a sell stop. So I'll be explaining for a buy stop, and that's where we'll come to the end of today's session. I should continue. Oh, it seems like you guys are enjoying this. It seems like you guys are enjoying this. So if you know anybody that left this call, believe you want them back on here. If you know anybody that left this call, if you want, there's a lot I have to teach you guys. Some of you aren't watching your videos. If you watch your videos, some of these questions you wouldn't have to ask me. If you watch your videos, you wouldn't have to ask me some of these questions. So let's go to Euro USD, for example. Let's see if there's so yes, this should be a perfect example of a buy stop, or we can use for a buy stop. So as you can see, price is already buying. Price has been buying for a few hours now. So let's say this is for example low. This for example chill. And I can't really place analysis on the phone. The phone isn't accurate enough. It doesn't really show a lot. But let's just use this for like test or to just explain what buy limit is. So as you can see here, price got to there's a support about this zone I drew here. So price got to this place and started buying. So you can say for a buy stop, let me just explain buy stop now. So you can say for a buy stop, if price buys above this place that was just drawn, and we can set a buy stop at this place, it doesn't mean that okay, we have to set a buy stop. I'm just saying for example. Please don't misquote me. So if price ever got to this zone, we can set a buy stop. Maybe there was a buy set up for this trade that I should buy at maybe 1.045445. So you can set a buy stop at this zone, expecting that when price gets here, automatically your trade triggers for another buy, a continuous buy above this zone. So that's how a buy stop works. So guys, if you understood what I said, drop some excitement in the chat. So guys, I'll be taking a few questions before we go off of this session. I'll be taking a few questions. So if you have any question or you understood what I said, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box. Didn't you guys understand what I said? If you understood what I said, drop some ones in the chat box. If you understood what I said about pending orders, drop some ones in the chat box. Just show some excitement, guys. Show some excitement. If you understood what I said. Is it just 5 people, 6 people that understood what I said out of 50 amazing superstars on this call? If you understood what I said, so guys, on your own, try watch the videos. They explain better. They explain better what buy stops, sell stops mean. So it's easier for you to execute iron blaze trades when you know how to use pending orders. Because sometimes price sometimes might not be at that zone. The idea, like I said, most of the times the ideas were sent on IM these were anticipated zones. So price hadn't gotten to those zones yet. Price hadn't gotten to those zones yet. So use a pending order for those who don't have the patience of watching the charts all the time or waiting for price to come to a certain area. So people people use zones. You can use stop loss. Sorry, guys. You can use your sell limit or sell stops or pending orders in general to place at those zones. So when price comes to those zones, your trade triggers automatically with or without you being on your MT4. So this is how to use Iron Blaze. It's very, very simple. So for those of you guys having problems with a broker, yeah, that don't have brokers, I can suggest one for you. I can suggest one for you. Mind you, this broker doesn't have any affiliation with IM. This is my personal broker. It's a personal. If it's of your intention to use the broker I use, you can kindly send me a DM. I'll can kindly send me a DM. So I show you, I can tell you broker I use and also show you how to. It depends on the broker you are using. It depends on the broker you are using to use the MetaTrader 5 app. It totally depends on the broker you are using. But most of the times, it's in MetaTrader 4. Most of the time, you use MetaTrader 4. Most of the times, you use MetaTrader 4. So, guys, if you got value from this call, if you got value type value in the chat box. Type some values in the chat box if you got value from this call. Type some values in the chat box from if you got value on this call. Type some values in the chat box if you got value from this call. Type value, type value. If you got value from this call, type value. Go to the group chat, type value. Type value. Send on the group chat. Benedict, so much value. You got value from this call. You got value from this call. So, wow, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. So a lot of you got value from this call. So if you have questions, you can kindly send them in. I would love this call to end before 10:20. If you have questions, you can send them. So I get to answer these questions before we go off this call. I can see there are no questions. So for those who need brokers, you can kindly send me a DM at _ KVNG. So guys, go to the group chat, type value, so much value. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can see your messages. I can see your messages. So guys, we spent quite a lot of time on this call. Some other time we'll be explaining some of these things like how to fund your broker, how to use swipe options for those who don't know how to use these apps. For the new ones amongst us, I'll be explaining some of these things to you. So go to the group chat, guys. Type value. Awesome, 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 guys. Awesome, awesome. So, guys, it was wonderful having you guys on this call. It was wonderful having you guys on this call. So, for those who still are having one or two problems, you can send me a DM directly. I can answer your questions. You can send me a DM. I can answer your question. So, guys, we've come to the end of this call. See you guys some other time when I'll be hosting another call explaining some of these things to you. I'll be hosting some of these things to you. Explaining some of these things to you. Lovely, 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 lovely. Amazing, amazing. So good night, guys. Have a wonderful night rest. Have a wonderful night rest. So we've come to the end of this call. So guys, keep typing value in the chat box. So good night, good night, good night. Bye, guys.